For an update on this, let us now cross live to our SABC News reporter Maageketla Mohlabe, who's been keeping an eye on for us on the story. Maageketla, a very good afternoon to you. Thank you so much for joining us. So tell us what's been happening from this morning and perhaps the current situation now.
Yeah, very afternoon to you, Palisa. I mean, the situation is still volatile here in Fleurhof, west of Johannesburg, and this is where we saw police, the SNDF members, as well as the Red Ends, pouncing on these housing units here, evicting people, and of course, firing rubber bullets in the middle of the crowds, trying to kick these residents out of these particular units here. And of course, there were injuries. We saw some people, of course, severely injured, bleeding in that particular shooting. But this simply because they have been here over the weekend, and they are saying that they have actually been applying for housing, but without any answers coming through. Promises have been made, they have been voting, but still they are still waiting for housing. They then decided to actually occupy these houses or housing units here. And as you can see, I mean, some managed to salvage what they could. If you managed to get some of the blankets that were thrown out of the windows by the Red Ends, you are lucky. Hundreds of them out here are without any belonging. So at this stage, let's just try to bring one of the residents who are affected. Ceci, thanks so much for your time. I mean, you have been out of these streets trying to see if you can go back into these units. Police say you are not allowed anymore.
Okay. Nna nto e nkwiseng botlhoko ke gore like re dutse mo and then batho ba ba leng mo no tsena motho ona a lwana mara mapolisi a tlile ba feta ba re thunsa e ba feletsa ile gore ba boleile motho ene kgwedi e re le mo go yone ke kgwedi ya basadi rona no yana di flete tse dintsi mapolisi a ba khona gore ba tsamaye ba ye ko bo Hillbrook go kai ko Nigeria ba ye go ba bolaya ba tla go bolaya rona batho ba mo South Africa and then ra rena pleke rona no yana mesebetsi e fedile ha gona mo re dulang teng di flete di dutsi di le 10 years ntse di dutsi mo go tla batho ba tswang ko ntle ba tla go renta di flete tsa rona mo South Africa rona rena le ding re dutse ka di sifo mo re leng teng ga gona motho wa mo South Africa o dutse mo di fleteng tse batho ba botle ka fela ba ke batho ba tswang ko ntle rona tlamile re renta ene go vouta rona batho ba vote ba ke ona ba re vouta mara ba dutse mo re dulang teng mo plekeng tsa rona mara every day tlamile re vote e yene se lone la bogaga pa ka gore ha ba tswa mo ba tle ba tsa batho ba bitsa di vote ba re hai tlamile tlo go vote ba batla di vote tsa rona after mo ba tsenya batho ba bone mo di fleteng rona ba nna mo re dulang teng.
Even though we do not encourage any killing of any African resident, let's just talk about how much you're affected. What are the plans going forward? You're out here. Okay. Where are you going to sleep?
Maybe I get to know maybe ke tlo robala mo go yone 30 mo ka gore ba nkile dio tsa rona le no yena rena le di ID mo re leng teng ba di nkile ba tsamile ka tsona. Ha ke tsere tlo robala kae bone batho ba rona re bolaiwa ke batho ba rona mapolisi ba re bolaya rona batho ba mo South Africa gona le gore ka ba ne ba re buelela ba re bolaya.
All right, promises made. You've been voting, of course you've been voting, and without any of those promises being fulfilled by government officials. Palisa, that's what she's saying. But this gentleman here, he says that he saw what happened to what's believed to be a lifeless body that's lying just behind these hills here. There are police there assessing that particular scene. Sir, just tell me, what did you see during that shootout?
Besibaleka la sizama ukuphumela ngaphandle iphoyisa le JMPD ilona elidubulile la lo muntu siphume naye la esethi diesel eseluzi icontrol uthena ifika lapha wawa une bullet la phezulu maqondana nendlebe akusiyo eya rubber bullet ibullet straight yesibhamu.
How do you know that? How do you know that it's not
makuye uze wafakwa ilokhuzo umqamelo njengamanje ufaka umqamelo namanje nawungasuka lapho uzofika umbone le bullet ilapha phezulu then after that ngokuthi amaphoyisa besadubula ngamjamba ngaqhubeka ngaya phambili ngazama ukuloka ngibalekela amaphoyisa
All right. Thanks, Baba. Of course, what he's saying there is that he was believed to be a lifeless body there, Palisa, and what he saw after that particular shootout, when police were trying to disperse the crowd out of this particular unit, he says that he was aware that this person was actually shot at with a live ammunition. That's according to him. And he says that that does not seem to be a rubber bullet. And as I've mentioned, Palisa, is that police are still on that particular scene. At that particular scene, they are still waiting for forensic pathologists to actually assess that particular scene. Perhaps let's just bring a few of the residents here who were injured during this particular shootout. I mean, they were shot at. Tear gas as well was used, and perhaps for sensitive viewers this is just gonna look a bit gruesome, because this gentleman here, perhaps let's just warn the sensitive viewers, this gentleman behind me was also tear gassed, and this is what you see here. This is what happened. So just talk to me, Baba, what happened really? I mean, I know that you're one of the residents here. Were you running away when you were tear gassed in your arm like that?
Hey, yes, we have a problem here with the government, with ANC. Or send the police ala ukuthi bazobulala abahlali base Fleurhof. They've built lama flats la for more than 5 years. Lama flats la kati abandoned. Abantu baqala ukuoccupy lama flats la because they've been retrenched. They can't pay rent. Abo must stand but demand imali yabo. Must figure la the very same government we vote for. Usenda the JMPD, I will send them a police. Like we were negotiating with them to take our stuff inside. Bank to close range. We're not even fighting them. You can check all the videos about Tetelanga Pagati. As we never even throw a stone kubu, but they starting like attacking us. We ANC, they're starting to become a detective. By in South Africa, a dictatorship country. Manje. People, we have all people here. It's Women's Month. But now they're sending all these cops. Red ends. They know the struggle, but they start terrorizing people. What do you call that? Look at this. They shot me close range while we're talking. Let's just keep into it. So we should just leave this flat abandoned. Nigerians are occupying the city of Joburg Central. It's full of foreigners. It's full of Nigerians. They're not even attacking them. They come here, bazo attacker, abantaba innocent, all people.
I know you're actually mentioning Nigerians, but are we not probably, being exaggerative here to just say Nigerians? Can we just say other Africans?
Okay. But you know what? The thing is, like, what I'm saying, Joburg is full of I know Nigerians that are full of in Joburg. So manje, ama South African citizens mawabuyela azo-occupy ama-flats angahlali bantu bayazihlalela about damage, about destroy, bayazihlalela. Manje they sending cops to come and kill people. Babulela umuntu laphaya baqamba manga bathi it's a decomposed body. Baqamba manga. They've been shooting people land.
No one was. All right. Thanks so much, Baba. Of course, blaming the ANC government there of using force or sending police here to actually use force to kick them out. I mean, we've seen women and children as well. They are out here in the cold, and what they are saying is that they are likely to spend the night in this cold. Let me just wrap it up. The way forward. You're one of the leaders here. Just tell me what's the way forward.
The way forward is the government must come and meet our needs, our demand actually. Because of here we're not involving any parties, we're talking about as a community. All of us, there is a poverty, people are not working. And these flats have been a long time, more than 10 years. Nobody's been staying here. The government must give us the houses as we vote for them and they promise us to give houses. That's the way forward. Please, the minister himself, do the right thing. Because of these people are voting for you, all of the politics. Please, guys, we are here because of these people. But if you neglect them, they will never vote for you, guys. Do the right thing so that give the people the houses. Because of South Africa, we are suffering, but they said we need houses. We demand houses, all of us here. Start from 96. Give the people the houses, women's, ladies, men's, whatever. But the way forward is government must do the right thing and offer us the houses. We are not gonna we are not gonna leave these houses. We're still gonna go back until the minister can come and address us. Thank you.
All right. Earlier on, we spoke to a sheriff who was in possession of a court order, Palisa. He did mention that it's about 3,000 people who have actually occupied these units illegally, and they are not going to stop from kicking them out. It means this is now a volatile situation. Anything can happen. Police are inside these units. They are actually blocking everyone from getting back in there. So at this stage, we also understand that that particular scene where a supposed lifeless body has not been actually cleared. So we will just wait and see what happens, and perhaps hear some official report later as to what really happened to that resident there.
All right, thank you so much. That was SABC News reporter for that in-depth report. Maageketla Mohlabe live from Fleurhof, that is southwest of Johannesburg. That, of course, is a developing story, but as he said, the situation remains tense. We'll certainly be crossing back to him for more on that story.